Hello, I'm Poonam Shukla. This is my third cryptography assignment, and this is based on we have to uh, give a brief description of a security tools. So first, if attackers attack on application on a network, first two things we need for security testing tools and security tools. So first I'm gonna give a description on what is security testing tools. We use to test the security system by try to break or hacking it, and hacking the network or the software application and all. And feature or the characteristic of the security testing tools should be, it first should identify the viruses and detect the intrusion and see the vulnerability of that password or that file. And uh, second, now I'm gonna tell you types of security tools. So type is first type is Cain and Abel. So Cain and Abel is basically it can used for both type of stuff, uh, for attacker also, and if you want and good side and bad side also. So for good side, if your system is hacked or your application is hacked, it will Cain and Abel allow you to recover the password by sniffing the network or cracking the password. And uh, because they have access to database password decoder and all, and hash calculator they have. And then they'll capture the user and the password, and then they'll travel it means transmit it across the network from one host to another host. And now I'll show you like the Cain and Abel. This on the system it looks like this. And the second security tool is OpenPerf. OpenPerf is basically, it's based on steganography, a steganography algorithm. Not it's what is steganography? It's basically the hiding under the plain text. So it's like, I'll give an example. It's like if you're writing in a letter, and for attacker it will be seen as a letter, simple letter, but with an invisible seek, if you write your message, then it won't be seen to that attacker. So it's basically hiding the data within the data. So for under this application, the OpenPuff will contain lots of features in the tool, like multi-level encryption and pseudo random number, and scrambling it and making it more intact so that attacker cannot decrypt it easily. And uh, now the third security. Yes, third security tool is OpenVS. OpenVS is just it's a selection, it assess the vulnerability of particular application or network and all. If you launch it on your web, means if you launch an application, then it will offer a selection of tool and service for a vulnerability. It will scan through your application against an IP address, host name, and new task manually and all. It will check it and scan, and it will see what is the vulnerability and how the attacker is attacking on that application, and it will show that vulnerability. And then and it will by its and after that it will work on that, but on that vulnerability what the OpenOS has found. And now the second is, sorry, the fourth, it's basically it's Kali Linux. So Kali Linux is basically, we are using it, it's a Linux based application. We can also use it for hacking like simple password, and say means in a good way, saving it for penetration, and for digital forensic, like checking through it, and like they are attacking, and how we can manage to retrieve our password, and see how they are penetrating through our network. And so Kali, it's developed using a secure environment with a small trusted people. They are allowed to commit a package, so that each packet will be assigned to by a developer. and it's basically a custom built kernel, so it passed for injection. So if you want to run your code, you have to just put on that means kernel, and then it will read means it will run it. And the main it's basically a back means a pre curly is a pressure of backtrack for before curly Linux. Backtrack was introduced, so we used to use that. So it contained a mode known as forensic mode, and that's why we use curly Linux. So forensic loop, it's easy to forensic job, it's easy to apply because the Kali user already have a bootable Kali USB drives and CD and all. And also the in forensic mode is uh, it's good to go, because for in forensic mode doesn't it doesn't touch the hardware drive or space and all. And Linux is and next Kernel is also, it contains everything. If you want to, it contains like over 300 penetration testing programs. Like for Nmap, Nmapper is a port scanner. If it will see if a network is like trying to attack it or not. Wireshark, it's a packet analyzer, and how packet is going, and how where it's losing, means how it's losing, and how much TTL and all these stuffs. And the John the Ripper, it will like can enable, it will it will crack the password, encrypted password. And for burp suit and zap, for web application security scan, it will check the vulnerability, and how it's attacking, and how we can prevent it from attacker. So this was my third cryptography assignment. Thank you.